Good morning. Yes, these were all made on the same day. What can I tell you? I got a lot of work to do. Anyway, the point is this. Um, Today we're going to be talking about the similarities between one command and what happens when your dog is barking. First, I'm going to show you the command. I'm going to explain it briefly. We'll go into a video later about like how to do that. These videos are just to kind of lay the foundation here. All right, here it comes. Ready? With words. Touch. Good. Up, up, up. I want everyone to see this. Touch. Good. You see how he comes into my hand like that? Good. Bed. Good job, Betty. All right. What just happened? So briefly, that command was called touch. Why does it work like that? And then we're going to get into barking. Because my dog likes to be pet. We just spoke about that you're supposed to pet your dog. And I do. And I'm responsible with it. And he knows that when I pet him, it's a good sign. So again, I'll explain how to do this later. But what's happening in the dog's brain when that happens is that, and this is really the beauty of it, and this goes into like timing and dog framing and dog training, which I'm framing for a later video. The point is like this. You're gonna send your hand out to give the signal of the pet. The dog is gonna want to come for the pet, assuming the relationship is good. Again, sometimes you can put a treat in the hand to kind of get to it. The point is that when your hand touches that dog, instantly, two things happen. First of all, they completed the command. They touched you. There was contact made. Instantly, at the exact same time, they receive the pet. So they get the treat. They get the reward, and it clicks just like that. It's way easier to do than you'd imagine. And it's one of the best ways to achieve recall with your dog, because not only is it like just general recall, it actually gets you into the hand. Like the dog is in your hand. Again, if you needed to, you could hold on to the collar, you could throw that leash on, whatever you needed to do. But you can be certain the dog will be very close to you and within reach. That's the point. Why is this connected to barking? Because when a dog is barking, he's trying to express himself. He has something to say. And the more he barks, well, let's start with this. Every time he barks, he is fulfilling what he wants to do in the exact time that he wanted to do it. He barks and he feels good. Yeah. Anybody who has something to say, it feels good to express it. In fact, if I were to ask you a question and then ask you to wait 10 seconds before answering it, it would probably be pretty frustrating. If I told you, do you like this video? Wait 10 seconds. This is gonna kill the algorithm. I don't care. Now you can answer. Was that frustrating? I'd imagine it would be. If you actually sat there and waited to express yourself. Especially if you didn't like it. Anyway, here we go. Having to kind of have like self-control over your own speech is difficult. And I think that's just a regular human phenomenon. Yeah, we want to express ourselves. Like dogs, we're social creatures. We have something to say. Like it requires something to actually hold back. The Godfather, Mario Puzo. Like, that's a classic for one reason. Somebody who's able to actually do it at that capacity. It's incredible. There's something to be learned there. Now, with that being said, when a dog is barking, he's giving himself the opportunity to express himself, and just like us, it's answering the question that we feel is like a high pressure question. Do you like this video? Anyway, I don't care. You don't have to like it. It would be helpful. I don't care. Anyway, the point is that answering, being able to express yourself is inherently something that gratifies the self. Your dog is experiencing that every time he starts barking. There's a reason why if your dog is barking when someone's in the house, it just doesn't stop. You're either choosing to give them a treat until it disappears, and then it's more treats. And again, this dog is now eating like so many calories just to be quiet, which just isn't healthy. Or you're actually stepping in there and you're doing something to actually stop that cycle, which is, if barking makes me feel good, I need to integrate something into the feedback loop that, again, corrects the dog to indicate that, yeah, the barking is not as good as you think it is. Hey, buddy, place. Good boy. Down. Sorry about that. You actually need to integrate something into the feedback loop that changes the dynamics. Again, depending on how far along you are, that could be a, hey buddy, or yeah, you're good. Or it could be some sort of correction. But the honest truth is, if your dog is barking and you're not helping that problem, that's a dog who's very upset and for some reason feels the need to bark. And again, for the sake of the dog, let's just help him. Again, somebody might make the argument, oh, why can't he just bark? Yeah, that's cool if you're cool with it. You know what? It's not cool with me, because that's a dog that is not having a good time. I would prefer 1 second of just dealing with a problem than a whole lifetime of being upset. Like, who does that help other than you? Honestly, I hope it doesn't sound too critical. Who are you helping? Certainly not the dog. If the dog needs help, the dog is feeling in distress, you need to help that dog. This goes back to, like, again, petting the dog at the wrong time. Sure, you want to, if your gut instinct is to like cradle this dog and make him feel coddled in a moment of anxiety, and that's a mistake, then certainly not dealing with a dog who's in a state of anxiety and worry and needs to express is the same mistake. Let's just get all of our dogs sitting comfortably in their bed when they need to, not your bed, their bed. So everything can be coherent. Let's have consistent boundaries. And this all just revolves around, when are you petting your dog? Are you reinforcing good habits? Right? When are you correcting your dog? When are you stopping the barking? Are you stopping bad habits? Every interaction you have with your dog matters. It all has to be intentional. Again, none of this is furniture. And that's basically my main takeaway from this video. And with that, that's the end of this video. I'm Alex Zabudi. This is Submarine Puppies. And please, dogs are sometimes difficult. They can be amazing friends. You can have a lovely relationship with them. Don't buy into the fact that it's too hard. And please remember, yes, you can.